So today I'm going to be doing another pagan inspired video. Just a quick note, I know my hair is like a lot shorter. I did film a glow up video. I was thinking about getting it cut for absolutely ages, and then I decided I was going to get it cut, and I thought I'll do a glow up while I have like centering around my haircut. That was a thing, but I didn't post it, so who knows. Anyway, today's video is going to be another pagan video. I thought I would come on here and do something similar to what I've done before, kind of following on for those videos, and answer some questions that I get asked in my personal life from friends of mine about paganism, because I recently started talking about the fact that I'm pagan. It's still something that a lot of people kind of assume that I know everything about paganism, and I feel like I always have to tell people paganism is a very open religion. It's a very personal religion. It's a very individual religion, and what I believe in, what I've learned, what I think, my interpretations of things within paganism are almost definitely completely different to what a lot of other pagans believe, think, have learned, blah blah blah. Everything it's completely different for each person. And while there's a lot of things that obviously do stay the same, the things we take inspiration from and the things that we learn from are always the same. People interpret them differently, and that's how it kind of differs from most other religions that people are familiar with, which is where I get so many questions. So the first question I get asked all the time is like, where do pagans learn their religion? You know, like, we don't have a Bible or anything. That's another thing I get asked a lot. Is there like a pagan Bible, or like the pagan version of a Bible? And there are so many different paths or branches of paganism. So no, there is not like one pagan Bible. We don't have anything like that, but obviously depending on which path you follow, there will be written texts or, you know, something that you can learn from within your path. So for example, Norse paganism, there's the sagas, there's the Eddas, there's all those sorts of things that you can learn from. There's a lot of books on different things that you can include in your ritual work and stuff. Obviously I don't know a lot about any other paths within paganism because I don't follow those paths, so I can't really speak for any other paths. But within Norse paganism there's a lot of books, there's a lot of obviously original source material. Sagas, the Eddas, as I said before, are very important and very specific places we can get our information from. So the second question I get asked is, do all pagans believe in the same gods or goddesses or deities or whatever? And I have touched on this in previous videos, so I will leave the playlist in the description box for all of those videos. But the answer is no, not all pagans believe in the same gods or deities. Again, it depends on the path that you follow, and there are many different paths. So yeah, a question I get asked quite a lot is, how can you worship your deities in a very subtle way? A lot of people live in households where they can't express their religion, they can't express the fact that they're pagan because their family don't agree with it, or whoever they live with does not agree with it. And there are lots of little ways that you can worship your deities. You can practice paganism or witchcraft, which I also get asked, without it being too obvious. One way that I like to worship my deities without people knowing is I have my pendants that I wear. A lot of people won't know what it is, or what it means, so it's very subtle. Because pentagrams and pentacles are so used in the mainstream fashion now, it's very easy to wear those and people not to think much about it. You might get the odd question from people who do know what it means, but really I've seen loads of people wear them and they have absolutely no knowledge, interest, or they don't participate in anything to do with witchcraft or paganism. So pentacles and pentagrams are great things to wear as jewellery because you know that it means something to you, but a lot of the other people won't even think twice. Another way I've heard that a lot of people like to celebrate Sabbats and things is with their clothing, either with the colour or the material, if there's something that's very specific to them and relates to the Sabbat itself. So obviously for Ostara you could wear yellows and greens because they're very relevant to that time of year and to Ostara, so things like that a lot of people tend to do. I don't do that too much. I tend to just wear black. I tend to just wear black because that's the colour I wear most, but yeah, a lot of people do things like that. Also veining, I've had a lot of questions about that because I mentioned it on, what was it even on? It might have been on Amino. I mentioned it, and some pagans like to veil either just when they're doing ritual work or spell work if they're witches, but other people do it all the time if they feel like that helps with their spirituality or like connecting to their deities and stuff, so that's another option. Those are the main questions that I get asked like from people I know, so I thought I'd just come on here and do a kind of follow-up mini video in this series and talk about those. If you have any questions that you want me to answer or that you are curious about, definitely leave them in the comments or ask me over on Amino. I'm on the Pagan and Witches Amino app, so if you have that you can ask me over there and I will try and answer you. And yeah, other than that, you'll see me in the next video, so thanks for watching guys. Bye.
Also, she's wearing a t-shirt and she's having fashion. We don't want her to lick her wounds because it would heal, so she's currently repping Iron Maiden, and